Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the electric Israeli, and I am in my backyard. I'm not driving, obviously. I'm making actually this video because some of my subscribers and viewers asked me to do a comparison between my 2016 Chevy Volt and my 2015 Nissan Leaf. Obviously, as you know, I'm a big fan of the used electric car market, and so I'll give you the main comparisons and in terms of pricings, mechanics, functionality, space, comfort, and whatever I can think of. And if you obviously have any more questions, I'll be happy. So thank you for the questions, and as always, if you are new to my channel, welcome and please subscribe. And also I would love if you support my channel, The Electric Israeli, by becoming a patron. Okay, so basically getting into the EV market via the used car route is a fabulous way, because they are very affordable, and the electric cars really are easy to maintain. So let's go side by side between the Nissan Leaf and the Chevy Volt. So obviously when you buy a used car, you're talking about something that's been at least 2.5-3 years on the road, which what my cars are, between, let's say, 30 to 50,000 miles. So what is it that you get? So let's start with the Leaf. A 30 to 50,000 miles Leaf, let's say 2015 and up, which is a very good buy, 24 kilowatt hour battery, would cost you between, let's say, $9,000 to $12,000, depending on the miles, depending on the body condition and wear and tear. So that's that. A similarly Volt, and mine is 2016, I would say between $14,000 and $20,000, again depending on the miles, depending on the body condition and all that. So 2016 and up, a Chevy Volt is the second generation, is the newest model, so which is a fabulous car. So let's go a little bit into the mechanics and the details. So obviously the Chevy Volt and the Nissan Leaf are two different cars, because the Volt is a plug-in hybrid and the Leaf is a pure electric. The Volt will give you about between 35 to 60, 50, let's say 35 to 55 pure electric miles winter and summer, and the Nissan Leaf 24 kilowatt will give you between, I would say, 75 to 85 pure electric miles winter or summer. And if you buy at the end of 2015, the bigger battery, the 30 kilowatt battery, which is 109 miles, that will give you again between 100 to 120 pure electric miles, depending on summer and winter. So obviously they are very different cars. They have different functionality. The Nissan Leaf is limited use. In other words, it is a car that you have limited amount of miles, and it's a fabulous car for using local driving and chores, unless you have access to fast charging, and I will call it the one charge time, meaning you're going on a trip and you need a charge and you come back and you're good. Then it's good for that long trip, cross-country trip. With those two cars, the 24 kilowatt or the 30 kilowatts, this is not something that you want to do unless you live in a small country or small region, when you don't go too far. The Volt, no limits. You can drive with it as much as you want. As a matter of fact, we're taking into a long trip this weekend. We're going to Canada, and there's no problem. You put gas and you go. So in terms of efficiency, the Leaf will give you about 110 mpge, miles per gallon equivalent, about 101, 102 mpge with the Leaf. With the Volt, basically the Volt, you will drive 70 to 85%, depending on your lifestyle, pure electric, and the rest will be gasoline. So your your lifetime MPG with the Volt will be around 120 to 130 miles per gallon. That's what I get. I get 127. So I'm giving you my numbers but obviously for each person is different. So that's that. In terms of styling, I mean, they are totally different looking cars, even though they are both hatchbacks, and they both have the options to flatten the back seat, and you can have a nice there's a 40-60 split, and you can have a nice trunk. In the Leaf, it has a step. Look, it's lower, and there's a step, and then it goes straight. And in the Volt, it's nice and flat. I prefer the Volt on that one because it's better functionality, but in terms of the size, it's pretty much the same size. Obviously the look is completely different. One is a nice sporty low car, that will be the Volt, and the Leaf is almost like a little mini wagon. It's very tall. You get a lot of headroom and a lot of comfort. Now, in terms of comfort, the Leaf is by far more comfortable, by far, both in front and definitely in the back. The Leaf is a 5-seater, the Volt is a 4-seater, even though there's a seat built in the middle. You don't want to sit there. And I sat in the back a couple times in the Volt. If you are 6 feet and up, you are not comfortable in the Volt. The Volt is good for the front if you're tall. In the back, if you know 5, 10 and below, you'll be all right. Not in the Leaf. The Leaf, you can be as tall as you want. You're gonna feel extremely comfortable in the front or in the back. So it's huge advantage to the Leaf. In terms of ride quality, the Volt is extremely powerful, faster, and much smoother than the Leaf. The Leaf, you can hear a whining noise, and it's like a spinning noise once you go in high speeds on the highway. Not the Volt. The Volt is very, very smooth, but once you pass 70 or 75 miles an hour, you do hear a little tiny whistle when you drive the Volt in high speeds. Visibility, the Volt are very not so good. I would say not terrible, but not so good visibility. It's the A-pillars are thick and it's low, and the rear view mirror you see halfway through because the trunk is elevated. Not the Leaf. The Leaf is extraordinarily visible. You can clearly see. You see tall. You see the entire perimeter. It's a wonderful, wonderful car in terms of visibility. Climate control, hands down to the Volt. I'm sorry, take it back. Climate control, hands down to the Leaf. The Leaf has a fantastic climate control, AC and heat. It does have a heat pump, which helps a lot. I would say in terms of you know, you get comfortable in both cars in terms of the heat and air conditioning, but with the Leaf, it's by far faster. I mean, it gets cool and hot very, very quickly in less than a minute. The Volt, it takes time. Not like an ice car. Forget it. That takes an hour. But the Leaf has tremendous cooling system and heating system. What else? Instrument cluster, the Volt much more modern. The Leaf is like, you know, early 1990s. Navigation and all that. It's very for those models, for the 2015, like the 24 kilowatt or the 30 kilowatt. It's like a little bit backward. Not the Volt. The Volt is very nice. It has Apple Play, and the screen is nice and clear, and it's much more functional. I like it by far better. So I never use the Leaf navigation system or anything like that. I just use the radio, that's all. The Volt, again, much better. Cargo capacity, like I said before, it's pretty much similar, even though the Leaf, the Volt is flatter, and it's much better. And you know, it's basically your decision to make. What is value for you? If your functionality is local driving and, you know, running errands, and it's your second car, I by far will buy the Leaf versus the Volt. The Volt does have a generator, which means it's a gas engine, which means in its oil changes. So the cost to run the Volt is a little bit higher than the Leaf, but both of them comparably are, you know, are pretty much the same. Advantage to the Leaf, of course, because it's pure electric car. Regeneration, braking. I would say the Volt much better. It has that paddle that you can use for regeneration. The Leaf not that great. The Regeneration is not that great. The Volt will give you better regeneration, especially when you go down the hill, and you will not use the brakes as much as you would in the Volt. Electricity use, listen, I'm not a good example because I use my solar panel to charge my cars both here and at work. But if I didn't, our cost is about 10 cents per kilowatt, and it's just a flat rate. So to charge my car from zero, to charge the Leaf from zero to full, it's about $2.50 if you translate it to money, which will give you about 80 miles. So 160 miles will be $5. So let's say compared to a gasoline car. So to charge the Leaf for let's say 300 miles, it will be about $10. And to fuel a car in today's prices, which is about $3, would be almost 3 or 4 times as much to fuel the car. The Volt, on the other hand, to charge it will cost you about $1.80 from zero to full capacity. So but it goes less. It goes less miles. Again, it's my rates. It's about, if you calculate 10 cents per kilowatt multiplied by the amount of kilowatts that you now. I have to tell you that you do not discharge all those batteries. There is always a buffer in between, so it could be a little bit less in terms of electricity use. But if you have a system of solar system, then you're great. Okay, I think I covered the major parts. If you have any specific questions, I'll be happy to answer. Like I said, if your local driving is what you do, the Leaf is a fantastic thing, easier to maintain, great car, great visibility, cargo and all that. But if you need long drives like I do, and I take trips with my wife, then the Volt is a wonderful solution. It's it's a small car. It's tiny small car, but it has good compromises in it. You can find good functionality, but it's up to you. Either one is a good choice. All right, I am all for pure electric because you never have to use gas, you never have to burn anything, but it again depending on your lifestyle. Okay, I hope this was helpful from my beautiful backyard and my tree house in the back. I have not been there for years, nor did my children, but that's another story. I'm going to go to Canada this weekend, and I'm going to make some videos about range and about efficiency and all that stuff. I'm going to go see the Yankees. Let's go Yankees. So meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Help me change the world one electric car at a time, and become a patron and support my awesome channel. See you tomorrow, guys.